is not. Price. You get a little.
Stand back. In the middle of my room, I did not hear from you. It's alright. You'll be standing in a line. You'll be standing in a line. La 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 la. I love that song. I could sit here and listen to the entire thing. But good morning, ladies. It's Sweet Fit Tea checking in on my way to work. Yeah, so continuing in my book, I'm getting into the nutrition part, and it's so I'm learning so much, and I'm so excited, and this is the answer to my prayers of, how am I going to figure this out? Like, I know nothing about macros and nutrition, and, it's like you can research, and I've bought, like, ebooks, and, have tried to follow guidelines, and it's just like I don't know why. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, you give me these numbers and I'm counting my macros and I'm like doing this and that, but he's explaining like why we have to eat carbs, why it has to be paired with fibrous carbs, which is your vegetables, your greens, and why, protein is important, but all of it is important. You can't just have protein, low carb, and low fat. He's like, you can't just it's cool, dude. This guy was going to let me go. Whatever. You can't just have, these things. It has to be in equal parts. It has to equal, So he said that the base, and this is because I don't know my all my stuff yet, because I'm was waiting to get a little bit more information on what I was doing, before I tried to calculate all this stuff, because it's a little, the chapter before, it was a little I'm just like, what does this mean? What is ST? It's like, oh, skin test, so I haven't done all this stuff yet, which I think I'm going to do it today when I get home, because this morning I was reading the actual directions that came with the caliper, and it coincides with what he's saying in the book, so I got a little bit more information out of that, and so yeah, I am super stoked, because just these light bulbs are going off in my head, and although I'm doing some things right, there's a lot of things I'm not doing right, so I'm right in the fat of this book, and he spends a lot of time, a big portion of the book on this chapter. So yeah, he says, so in just a regular basis, what he ended up doing, how he ended up winning his competitions, changing it up, was he did his 50% protein, 30% carbs, 20% fat. And he said that's just a good basis to go off of, He said if you're, because he speaks about body type in the beginning, first few chapters of the book, and you figure out what body type and what frame and things like that you have. He says, whether you're this, or this, like me, I'm, you know, kind of carb intolerant, but, you know, I'm basing it off of, like, I've never thought of myself, I've always knew that, like, oh, I can't eat carbs, they make me gain weight fast, but I never actually, like, tracked, like, I mean, I've had food journals and, like, wrote down what I ate that day, but not, like, with an understanding of why you want to do this. You know, he explains, like, why, like, just how our bodies, you know, I don't know. It's really cool. It's a good book. Burn the Fat, Feed the Muscle, Tom Venedu. Whenever I tag him or something like that in my Instagram photos, like, he likes my pictures. It's cool. So I am on my way to giving my body the nutrition and the surplus that it needs, you know, for the activity and what I'm doing. You know, so you know, I can intensify a lot of things. I got to get more cardio in. So, although I'm getting my beast in, it's like, I'm not doing the cardio like I'm supposed to. So, I'm wanted to be doing combat, to be on that schedule. So anyways, but, you know, so I was saying that, like, you know, he was saying that, you know, if you think that, like, you're carb intolerant or you gain, you know, quickly from carbs or whatever, he's like, then, you know, you could adjust it by 5% or so, 10%, you know, but he's like, if you're a freak, no, I'm just kidding, freak of nature, and you can tolerate, you know, he said this is a really, really good base to start with, and you can adjust up or down from there, depending on, yeah, thanks, lady, depending on what you need, you know, so, you know, I am, I am on my way, and I'm visualizing my goal every day. I am 155 pounds, 13% body fat, and I feel so good. It's amazing. I knew I was going to have all this energy. You know, he says, live in the moment, you know, speak about it, think about it, do about it like you already own it, like you already have it. He said when Arnold would train, he would visualize, he said, he visualized his biceps looking like mountains. And then, you know, I'm doing this beast. It's like a totally different workout, but it's like the same program. So I'm loving that. It's different. He's like, I'm talking to my biceps right now. I'm telling them to grow. It's like automatically, like my brain, I'm all like, yeah. I'm all, come on, muscles. You know, so all of this ties in together. Your nutrition, your mental attitude, and your physical activity, you know. So you know, you got to tie it all together, you know. So I am loving this book, and I urge everybody to at least look into it, because he explains a lot of science scientifically. So anyways, you all have a great day. Ciao.